A rattling experience. There was a rattlesnake sunning itself on my back porch yesterday morning, a western diamondback about a meter long. I walked out there barefoot and half asleep, clutching coffee and newspapers, and almost stepped on its head. My right foot was beginning its blind descent when I heard the rattle, and before my conscious brain had time to react, my body leapt back into the house and slammed the door. The snake, of course, was as startled as I was, and beat a slithering retreat. For the past 2 months, I have lived on 5 acres of unfenced desert outside Tucson, Arizona. There are dozens of isolated houses dotted around, but the land in between has been left largely intact since primeval times. Through my study window, I have seen dozens of varieties of lizards. I've shaken a scorpion out of my shoe and chased a tarantula out of the kitchen. But it's the rattlesnakes that dominate my perception of this landscape. Their venom, although seldom fatal to a healthy adult within reach of hospital, causes excruciating pain, sickness, and permanent tissue damage. They won't bite unless severely provoked or trodden on, but the threat never leaves one's mind. I am often asked why on earth I live in such a place, but I enjoy the presence of rattlesnakes and the wildness it implies. At present, the rattlesnakes are preparing for hibernation, and increasingly I am finding them in the house, attracted by the heat and the rodents that come here to gnaw, nest, burrow, and steal my food. That is a little too close for comfort, but what to do? In the absence of an ideal solution, I now keep 1 or 2 rattlesnakes around and relocate the others. I fashioned a noose at the end of a long pole and snared a snake around its middle. It struck at the pole, and I saw a blur of pink from its mouth and felt a sharp knock of its fangs against the wood. I lowered it into an ice chest and slammed the lid shut with the pole. My plan was to release the snake in a beautiful canyon in the mountains where I camped last summer. I got there and found it had been bulldozed of its vegetation, closed to the public, and littered with hideous condominiums and giant concrete carports. I let the snake go at the entrance gate.